Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
I knew it. I called it from the first episode or second episode. One of those first two episodes, I completely called it. Minato was a traitor. I knew it from the get-go. I don't know how I figured it out, but I did. Welcome to the Rider Time Podcast here on the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin Time all the time. I'm TimeRider Zero, your host, and today we are discussing Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 17, Moonbreak Messenger. And yes, this combines the fact that the Kemi of the amalgam of the episode is the moon, and the rider of the day is Daybreak. So moon, daybreak, moonbreak, get it? What'd you guys think about this episode? What'd you think about the big plot twist at the end of the episode? Did you see it coming? Because I kind of did. It is what it is. Let's see how this plays out. And, here we go. Okay, so first things first. Last time when we ended our previous arc, we encountered Grayon, who's this weirdo with the Rubik's Cube. This is not a cube, but just to demonstrate, the whole twisty puzzle thing. Grayon likes twisty puzzles. I wonder what his personal best time is. And I'm curious if Hunter Dino could beat that time. Because, running gag. She likes cubing. I like cubing. We all like cubing. Cubing makes the world turn and twist. And K-Fob. It's like J-Fob. I'm just kidding. So we find out, he can create amalgam without using chemis. And the undersuit is gold this time. It's gold. What's up with that? And his arm is blue for some reason. But I do like he has a crescent moon-shaped scythe. That's actually pretty dope. I like that. But while our heroes are left wondering who's this mysterious other Gotchard that showed up in the previous episode, Minato is met with a surprising guest. Yes, he's inside our headquarters. And where is Spanner? Well, he and his boss are dealing with things like hunger, because apparently she hasn't eaten all week. My advice, guys, don't starve yourself for a week. Don't starve yourself for a week. You need the energy, you need the proteins, but it's nice that they're getting along and stuff. And you're gonna get a rider suit soon. Just chill. And we get a new theme song which features both Rene and Spanner as Kamen Riders. And they have officially announced that Rene as Kamen Rider Majade is the very first female second rider. I disagree, because the first female Kamen Rider is Sakura. Sakura from Revice. Kamen Rider Jean is the first female second rider, as far as I'm concerned, because as I've said before, Demons is barely in the season at all. He needs to take frequent breaks, and whenever he has an opportunity to become a writer, he doesn't become a writer. And as for Evil Live, he's evil through most of the show. There's no point in even calling him a second writer. You may as well be the evil writer of the season, as opposed to Vale. Well, Vale is technically not evil. I mean, Kamen Rider Vale is technically not evil. The demon Vale is, though. But that's just my opinion. So, I know some people in the fan base are like, she's not the second rider, it's Dread or Valvared. No, no. Now, see, I agree that she is not the first female second rider, but not for the same reasons. Because I acknowledge her as a female second rider, just not the first. Let me make that perfectly clear. That's my reasoning. Not the question of whether or not she is a female second rider, but the question of whether she's the first one, which she isn't, because that honor should belong to Jean. I know Toei has the final say in things, and their final say will be that it's Majade, but I still say that it's Jean. That's where I'm closing that debate. Putotira is Oza's final form. End of story. Anyways, so we get a fight scene against the Moon amalgam, and they notice, oh wait, his undersuit is gold. Like, what's going on here? And obviously, Hotaro's struggling to fight him, so it's up to Daybreak to fight the monster for him. And he's even like, hey, listen, dude, you need to become strong, but you're not strong enough yet. But you have to understand, someone close to you is going to betray you. And I don't think it's... And this time, I can guarantee you, it's not going to be Luke. It's going to be Chiron. Yes, that is a Percy Jackson reference. I'm not mentioning that. I'm not referencing it because of the new Disney show, but because I actually did start reading Percy Jackson books, and I'm halfway through the second one right now. And yeah, Luke is a traitor, like he has been. And upon rewatching the original 2010 film, I realized, yeah, you know what? As much as I love Brandon T. Jackson, and I do love Brandon T. Jackson, the book really was better. There's a lot of stuff that the book did better, and like I was thinking, well, at least Percy at least fights Luke at the end in the movie. But the thing is, it's like, the reveal wasn't as cool as it was in the book, okay? Because it's like they low-key dropped the ball in that one when they were in Tartarus, as opposed to finding it out when they get back, which is... But hey, Steve Coogan as Hades, that's damn good casting. And Rosario Dawson as Persephone, yes, please. But I digress. So we get a second fight scene later in the episode. There's not really much going on here. And yeah, even with his level 10 forms, he's still struggling. And so again, it's up to Daybreak to fight him off again. But he's like, you know what? I'll let you have the finisher, just to prove a point. And of course, he uses his X-Rex finisher, but the Moon amalgam still comes back to, still like regenerates. It's like, see, I told you, you're not strong enough, but you will be. I believe in you, just like how Zero believed in X and Mega Man X. You just gotta believe in yourself. But of course, it is then revealed that Spanner is fighting against Minato, and they're like, "Why? Why are you fighting against Minato? He's our teacher." He's not really your teacher. Oh yeah, and also they did have a conversation. It's like, I think something suspicious is going on with the alliance of alchemists. I don't know what's going on, but Spanner, I need you to take care of it. And turns out, yep, she was right. Minato was working with the Hades sisters all along. And color me, honestly, not very surprised, because I totally saw this coming. And I would be shocked if anyone else didn't see this coming. Heck, even the whole, like, oh, Renee's dad is a traitor because he betrayed us. It's like, why do I feel like those facts are suspiciously skewed? Because we've seen the sort of logos back in Saber. We know what's going on here, more or less. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Sort of logos were the bad guys all along, sort of. As is the, as is the Tribunal of Alchemy. And he's like, yeah, you ever notice how a lot of higher ups at the Alliance of Alchemists turn into level 10 chemis? Yeah. So here's a bunch of flashbacks to the movie, which I assume that you guys watch, and not a bunch of Americans watching the show as it's airing, then having to wait until it comes out on DVD for you to catch up on those few events. So yeah, those things happened, and apparently you're gonna need to know those things. So sucks to be you, non-Japanese fans of Kamen Rider. And yeah, Spanner tries to fight back, but he fails, and a lot of them get their chemis confiscated. And he's like, "Yeah, you know what? All you students, you suck at collecting all the chemis and preventing amalgams from occurring. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm just banning the school. All of you are going to be like kicked out of school, and because there's no students in the alchemy class is officially closed." And that's pretty much where the episode ends. I don't know what I could say about this episode more than I've already said 3 months ago. I knew Minato was a traitor. Like, it is so obvious. Like, how could you not tell that he's the traitor? And yeah, Daybreak, we still don't know what's going on with Daybreak. But the fact that they do flashbacks to the winter film makes me wonder, is Rine still a Kamen Rider? Does she lose her memories of becoming a Kamen Rider? We know she will become a Kamen Rider later, but more importantly, did Spanner already become a Kamen Rider in the movie? There's so many unanswered questions because of the fact that I don't know what happened in the movie. I have no way of knowing what happened in the movie. And that's the one thing. I will say this. One thing I really liked about COVID is that it opened the idea of, you don't have to go to a movie theater. You could just rent the movie out and watch it at home, which is which honestly is actually not a terrible idea, because that means it would save you the trouble of having to go to a movie theater. And yes, even if let's say $30 for a 24-hour screening is an exuberant amount of money, you still consider the idea that what if you watch the movie with more than one person? Because then it kind of cancels out, because if a movie ticket costs $18, that means that 2 movie tickets is almost $40. So as long as you're watching it with a friend, then you're canceling out the price of the subscription. The only issue is that if a lot of people are watching it at the same time, the payment might not go through, or maybe the payment will go through. You won't have access to this to the stream, with the whole Mulan thing. And again, I don't like that movie. I hate that movie, and it's even worse that we had to pay $30 to watch it. But the thing is, I like the idea of, what if American audiences could watch Japanese movies that are out in theaters in Japan, as long as we pay for the price of a movie ticket. I feel like if we could do that, we could legally support the Japanese film industry, as well as just as well as keep up with the actual shows and movies that we like, instead of having to wait till they come out on DVD and hope that they have subtitles and whatnot. That's my thought. This episode, 9 out of 10. And only because, yes, they finally revealed who the traitor really was. But it also loses a point because of the fact that it does a lot of references to stuff that happened in the movie, and we haven't seen the movie. So that's the big issue here. Let me know what you guys thought. Okay, so let's see. Time for another Chemistry of Evil. That's the older brother, Creepy Dolls. New Year's food you have to finish Sabi. Yeah. Yeah. Moon Guy does a shadow sneak. I love shadow sneak. Mr. Daybreak to the rescue. Yeah. So she was involved in a 10-year incident and raised him. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Ew. It's made of drool. Yeah. I woke up with the hot chili spray. He knows Rene. Yeah, no, I guess. Giving the cape instead of those boosters on his back when he inserts the igniter. Let's see. Even now, with the help of level 10, it can't defeat. So telling him, okay. Let's see. Why Tachibana? I mean, Minato Sensei. Why are you betraying us? That's funny. Uh, let's see. Finally, the plot thickens. It's funny that they're wearing the beginner's uniform instead of making them darker. I Clothos hating this. I have to say, Atropos looks adorable in that uniform, but it's also weird because she's like 3,000 years old. Next episode, time travel. P.S. Don't mess with the canon event. Ha 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 ha. I give the opening a 7.4 out of 10 because people are complaining about Majide and Valverde being in it and not showing up in the show yet. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, both Dominic and Ken showed up in their respective theme songs in the episode that they showed up in, even though they did not morph yet. So that's actually kind of a funny thing that both Jungle Fury and Geki Ranger had in common. Let's see. It looks like they're in a new layer. Is going to be Kyoka's giant garage. Blossom 44100. Hey, new commenter. Welcome. Hi. So far, Gotchard is nearly as cool as Saber. I like how you say nearly as cool as, because Saber is like a B- of a series, but at least give it respect that what's the word? That COVID was a thing, so they weren't 100%. They weren't 100% sure what to do with it. So I would at least give Saber some leeway. But Gotchard, it's like, I don't know. Gotchard has some creative issues going on, and I think they could have been a little bit more creative with some things. Because again, if you can predict the plot twist 13 episodes ahead of time, it's not that much of a plot twist. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I hope Hotaru gets more cool chemis. Well, to be fair, there's 101 chemis out there. And I think he's only about halfway there. And I'm pretty sure his final form will involve getting all 101 of them. So that's what I think is going to happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the comment section. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We are back to doing Gotchard and King Oger on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Blazar has been moved to Mondays. We still have one more episode of Blazar to catch up on this Saturday before we're fully caught up. And then we'll do the most recent episode 24, on Monday. And yeah, and don't forget, we still got Kamen Rider Build on Sundays, but we're going to do it at an earlier time this week because we have like a group thing going on. So that's a thing. So best way to keep up with like all of our schedules is by going to the bell icon to be notified. And lastly, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews and video game news. This Sunday night, we're going to be doing the second movie in the Crow trilogy, Crow City of Angels, which features the final acting performance of Tui Trang. And if you want to find my personal content, please be sure to find me on where's it? Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And we bid you guys a good time. See you guys tomorrow for King Oger. And that's goodbye. See ya.